In a quiet valley embraced by towering misty mountains, there once grew a small sapling named Arin. Compared to the great oaks and sturdy pines that stood proudly nearby, Arin was thin and fragile, his slender trunk bending over so lightly in the gentle breeze. Though he was surrounded by giants, Arin dreamed with a heart full of courage and dreamed to grow so tall that his branches would reach the very sky itself. Each morning, as golden sunlight filtered through the leaves, Arin stretched his tiny green shoots upward, feeling the warmth on his skin and the cool breath of the wind. He watched the clouds drifting lazily above and wished with all his might to be among them one day. But no matter how much he reached, he noticed how slowly he grew compared to the other trees, whose thick trunks and broad canopies seemed to be tower effortlessly. The older trees often whispered among themselves, "Why does the little one hurry so?" They would murmur in the rustling of their leaves. The sky is far away, and there is plenty of time to grow. But Arin was impatient. The thought of waiting many years made his young heart ache. He wanted to feel the stars resting on his branches and to dance with the wind high above the valley. Every day he pushed himself, reaching higher and higher, eager to touch the vast blue sky. Seasons changed like pages in a book. Spring arrived with its gentle rains that soaked into the earth and fed Arin's roots. Summer brought long days filled with golden light, coaxing his leaves to grow lush and green. Autumn painted the valley in warm shades of amber and red, as crisp air whispered promises of rest. Yet, despite the passing time, Arin remained slender and small, his trunk barely thicker than a child's arm, and his branches fewer than he wished. One cold winter, the valley faced a terrible storm. Dark clouds rolled across the sky, thunder growled, and icy wind howled through the trees. Snow fell heavily, weighing down every branch and bending them toward the earth. The great oaks cracked and groaned under the pressure, some losing mighty limbs to the storm's fury. Arin shivered in the biting cold, the weight of the snow bending him low. Fear gripped his young heart. He thought the storm might break him. But when the storm passed and the sun rose, its gentle rays melted the snow, and the valley strayed back to life. Arin was still standing. Though bent and battered, he had survived. Something had changed deep within him. He had grown stronger, not just taller, but more resilient. His roots had sunk deeper into the soil, anchoring him firmly against the wind. His branches, though fewer and thinner, had learned to bend and sway with the storm rather than resist and snap. The once fragile sapling was becoming a tree built for endurance. The oldest oak nearby, whose bark was weathered by centuries, spoke kindly. Arin, you have learned a secret that many trees forget. It is not the tallest tree that truly reaches the sky, but the one that can bend with the storms and stand firm afterwards. Arin smiled, feeling the truth of the oak's words settle in his heart. Growing tall was not enough. Growth was also about patience, strength, and flexibility. It was about understanding when to stretch, when to rest, and when to bend without breaking. Years flowed on like the river that ran through the valley. Arin grew steadily, his trunk thickening and his branches reaching further than before. Birds found shelter in his limbs and sang melodies that filled the valley with joy. His lips whispered stories of all the storms survived. The warm summers basked in, and the quiet winters endured. But more than his height or strength, Arin treasured the lessons learned through every season. The wisdom that true growth comes not just from reaching higher, but from embracing every part of the journey, including the storms. Every morning, when the first light of dawn painted the sky, the gentle breeze carried Arin's lips in a soft song across the valley. A song of resilience, hope, and the quiet strength that allows a small sapling to reach the sky.